Today we're going to be building out agents in TypeScript. It's super hyped up, so I've been exploring it, and I didn't find any easy implementations in just like raw TypeScript. They're all dependency driven or heavy on dependency. We're actually going to write the tests before we write the code. So in our case, we're building out a simple add function. This add in our tests we just wrote can add 2 numbers and it can add 3 numbers. Very basic test. But what's interesting here is see how we import add. Add does not exist at the very beginning. We're just writing the test spec. This is where the agent comes in. What we're going to be implementing is how reading this test spec file, attaching the file to the prompt, and then sending that prompt to the AI and asking, hey, here's my test, write code that'll pass the test. The AI is like, sure, here's the code. We put that into a TypeScript file. We run the tests. If they pass, great, we're done. Success. If they fail, we're actually going to create like an end check. We don't want to go infinite, right? So in our case, we'll just say like a max attempts of like 5. So we'll only run this loop 5 times. In this case, if attempt n is 5, we're done. But if it's false, we're actually going to take our failed test output, put it into an array that OpenAI likes, and we're going to send that right back to the AI and say, hey, our test failed. This is the output. This is our goal. Write the function. It's going to write it to the file. We're going to run the tests, and it's going to just loop in and out. So this is really the agent right here within the blue. Our hope is our test pass. In this case, our code is finished. So I'm going to show you just a basic implementation, and we're going to do nrtdd. Here's the loop. So it looks like we failed 2 out of the 3. Some tests failed, so we update our document processor, run tests, test results. Once they all pass, we're done. So in this case, this was the file that was generated. All of these individual functions. I didn't write any of this code. All I wrote was the test. In fact, I didn't even write the test. I had AI write it. But it generates extremely high quality code. What we're going to be implementing, it comes from this research paper, LLM for TDD. I'm going to take you through the steps of implementing each node within our graph here. First, we're going to start the test spec and then implement each of these individual parts until we get into the agent and the agent's running and working. I wanted to write it with like minimal dependencies. So in the project we're going to be working on, these are all of our dependencies. This is a raw implementation. We could even get away with no v-test, but due to what we're building, v-test is important. I hope it all makes sense by the end of this tutorial series, and I'll see you in the next one.